Alrighty, Rue, and good to you and all my nobodies who don't want to know that. So we're picking it back up. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm playing this game, except for that I paid for it, and I already got my money's worth out of it, and I kind of wanted to speedrun it, but I talk too much. I don't know if you've noticed. It's not like you're listening, but if you've been listening at all, you would know that it's sort of a bad habit of mine. It's sort of a quality of my character. I did kind of look up certain things. So now it's time to get sad. Sit down, chillins. Have a good time, except for no, because I got to ruin that right now. I did look up because I went through the last two to be like, oh, I need to listen to this to make sure that I'm not too offensive, too, loosely. And what was it? The other, whatever. One of them said, just, oh, well, if I had the money, I would, when, these companies, they do research on animals, and it's like, that bothers me. That's a thing. That's a real thing. And I was like, oh, I didn't, like most people, I didn't think too much about it. I have, and you just, like most people, just stuff that down. Just like, no, man. Let's not get sad. But now, let's get sad. So let's sit down and have a big old bowl of sad. Because she's like, oh, well, get, they just, you know, they just, I don't know what she said, but it was basically along the lines that they just get rid of them. And it's like, that's the nicest way to put it, because they actually just friggin' euthanize them most of the time for further research purposes, depending on the type of animal. Now, sometimes those animals, depending on the size of the animal, can go somewhere. It depends on the type of research and what they're doing. But basically these animals are research animals. Depending on the type of research, I'm like, all right, if it's like back in the, we're trying to go to space, let's send an animal first. Monkey into space before human. I think good idea. Dog first. Yes, makes sense. It's good. Sorry if the animal doesn't make it. It's amazing. I actually watched something like a documentary about the monkey they sent into space, which is pretty friggin' cool how they trained it. But yeah. Anyway, I get it. And there's a lot of reasons why you would wanna, for instance, a lot of stuff. There's a lot of reasons why you'd be like, well, it's close enough to humans and we can't just start doing that to people. It's like, well, you could, but then we get into some real gray territory, some real dark political stuff that's even more distressing than just the fact that they just basically euthanize most of them. It was what was it? Sodium phenobarbital. Yeah, phenobarbital. I think that's what it is. Yeah, phenobarbital. Um, and it's basically asphyxiation, cardiac. It's a barbiturate. It's sort of like, if you're gonna go, it's not the worst way to go. I think it's actually nicer than what they do to humans that get, death penaltied. I don't know if that applies to euthanization. I'd actually have to look that up, and I'm not going to right now because this is already sad enough as it is, and we got a big enough bowl of sad in front of us. But yes, sometimes they do get to go to homes, depending on the size. Even it according to the quick little research I did, even sometimes rodents. Sometimes, but the reality is these things have, depending on the type of research, been largely they've been experimented on, and that's the nicest way to put it. Depending on what happened to them, because it could be very much construed as torture, which super not bueno, and often, in my opinion, not necessarily necessary. Now, sometimes, yes, it is. And I think in the case, I think she's talking specifically about pharmaceutical companies. That's one of those things like, there's worse things than being the guinea pig, but tisk, but not actually, because they generally use mice, although I watched a documentary stating that it makes sense that they really shouldn't do that, and there's like a problem with the whole concept of them using mice and rats, because it's sort of like they're the ones that are specifically bred for the thing, and that sort of skews the results of testing, blah 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 blah. There's a lot to be said about that, but I'm not a scientist. I just, except for in a Coldplay sense, or just play one on TV or whatever. I'm something of a scientist myself, kind of thing. That said, some of them do get to go to, and if they've just been like, oh, you just got to test the next, SSRI or something, some anti-anxiety drug, or, this is, whatever, something. Like, maybe it's perfectly fine. Maybe it's super well adjusted because it got to test out some sort of hybrid between the hallucinogens, and it's like, I know the answers to the universe. I am the all hamster. All hamster. All hail the all hamster. That's a joke you guys aren't going to get. More Brennan Lee Mulligan and Izzy Mulligan? I think she kept her last name. I don't know, but they're so cute. I love them so much. Jokes. Check them out. Drop out. Totally not sponsored. It's $6. Just go do it. It's just like, give them $6 one time. Check it out for a month. If you don't like it, well, I don't know why you're here in the first place, but you could not be here anymore because we can't be friends. Nah, that's fine. Not everybody has time for... There's so much there. It's really good. Why am I shilling for something that does not know I exist? Stop it. I'm just like that. I support good things. I like things that are good, and I shout out to things that are fun and good. Back to the sad. Yeah, no, she wants to get the money to take in those things. I guess that could happen sometimes, but generally, no. It's mostly just go gently into the dark, the sweet night kind of thing. And honestly, for a lot of them, it's probably for the best because they're so PTSD that it's not great. Yeah, depending on the type of research. And also the species and stuff. It's like, you do not want a chimpanzee that's been really messed with around really anything, because those things are scary dangerous if they feel so inclined, and they can, even just completely normally raised, they can just do that. It happens. Reminding me of somebody who had a pet chimpanzee that they should not have, because it's not a good thing to have that sort of animal as a pet. Guy brought him was that the cake? I don't know. He showed up, some guy had a pet chimpanzee. Maybe he brought a cake to the chimpanzee and didn't give the older chimps a piece of the cake first, and because that was not part of the coolness, they just messed him up so bad that he went to 2 hospitals, and the hospitals refused him because they're like, we're not going to waste our time. Like, it's a lost cause. He did survive. That's all I'm gonna say. Anyway, and then I want to say about Miss Everything She Says Is a Lie. My theory on her is, I'm pretty sure that maybe she's making movie references, like Castaway and stuff. I just watched something that had something to do with the Ninja Turtles, because why all the things, I just YouTube too much. And that's what happened to the Shredder at some point. He ended up being put inside a trash compactor. I don't remember which movie. Maybe the first one. I don't know. Maybe first comic book. I don't know. Comic books and the movies very different. Apparently, in the comic books, they're just like Raphael just like kill, 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 kill. Oh boy, here we go, kill it again. And they're like, Raphael, dude, like, if we have to, we will. It's like, have to or get to. And it's like, dude, chill out. It's like, nah, I'm good. I enjoy it. This is. You know what? You never work a day in your life if you love your work. It's like, dude, you need help. It's like, they gave me a sigh, okay? It's for stabbing. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with you, Leo, but you just want to, you know, have the twin blades and then basically reverse blade and Rurouni Kenshin it. Fine. That's on you. Everybody else got, you know, blunt weapons. I'ma stab shit. I'ma stab everything. All the time. And just generally be a sarcastic ass all the time. Because I can. Like, that's who I am. We're ninjas. What the fuck's wrong with you people? It's like, I'm the only one taking this seriously. Anyway, but yeah, no, Shredder, the antagonist, the villain from the Ninja Turtles series, apparently found himself inside of a trash truck, and it seems, I think they said Casey Jones, which was like, he was like a normal human being that had a hockey theme, but he's not like going with Jason. I don't know when this happened, if this is before or after Jason. I'm pretty sure it's after Jason, but it's like not a horror theme. He's like actually like hockey, like his weapon was like a hockey stick, but he had the mask for the goalie, and he's just like a badass or whatever, but a human. He just like whoopsies, and you know, murks them with that. But he actually is okay, Shredder, after being compacted. But it takes like 3 days, and then he just like this, and so it's like, is she making a reference to that, or is that on them? Is that like a deliberate effort? Did I just happen to stumble upon those? Like, is there a synchronicity there, or is it just I'm seeing patterns, as I often do, where they aren't? And or is it just like, that's a weird coincidence? Because it is like, what a coinky dink. Because it could be. But now I'm gonna start analyzing her fucking shit, because it does sound like maybe she is like spoilers for a really old movie that if you haven't seen, you're probably not gonna, but you should, and this is out of context, but still, I guess a spoiler is just Usual Suspects it. Just like coming up with shit off the fucking fly, just improvising it, and just making crap up, just like it's 100%, I guess, to, again, reference Brennan, bigger, Brennan and Izzy, bigger, and drop out, get it, it's like $6. Anyway, and just improvising it, and that's that. Okay, cool. Anything else I can think of? I think I covered those two things. So, yep. Alright, cool. Can't hug every cat. Don't support the things that, like, research animals, like animal testing. There's certain times where it's necessary, and there's a lot of times it's not. So, boo. Moving on. What is your biggest regret, lady?
What is your biggest regret?
Everybody listening,
That's
just
easy.
like listening to
There are
this
many
right
people
now.
I've encountered in my life,
Yes,
didn't
you,
care.
Andrew Jackson. Yeah.
even though they clearly deserved it. And now it's too late. I wouldn't even know where to find them.
Oh, don't get down on yourself. I'm confident that if you had the money, that's what your answer should be. It's like, if I had the money, you know, you could do it. I'm pretty sure even without the money, you can just like use some sort of magic locator spell to give him I don't know. You're that hoodoo that you do, dark magic kind of thing. I mean, and also just the internet, just the internet and a good shanking. You know, there you go, problem solved. Don't get down on yourself. I'm sure you can do it, sweetie. Believe in yourself. You can do it. What about the dumbest thing?
What is the dumbest thing?
Looking up every enemy you ever had and just shanking them. That's the dumbest thing.
This rich couple.
Yeah,
used
the
to
dog
visit
sitting.
Their dog.
Can't skip it.
And one day he died on my watch.
Again.
So I buried him in the
Did he
backyard.
die though?
Replaced him with a look-alike from the local pet shop.
Again, that's some berry ass shit. Are you trying to
The
make
couple
them
comes home.
again? Spoiler, I guess, for not
The
really,
dog won't
but
stop barking,
out of context.
yapping, nipping.
That's some friggin'
I said he was
psycho
acting
shit
normal
to
on
do.
the porch. I got paid and I left. Anyway, he ends up biting one of them.
I just like
So
you
they
gotta
came
look
outside.
alike. It's a dog. It's not a friggin'
Really
goldfish
did
or a
set the original, it
hamster
turns out.
that you put in the microwave for 5 minutes.
Dogs.
Why would you do that? It's cold. If I'm
So-
cold, if they're cold, if you're cold,
They
they're
decided
cold.
they needed to
Put them in the
call me,
microwave.
text me
Don't do that.
dozens
It's
of
their
times asking me
dog!
why I would bury their dog.
Oh,
in the
yeah, I
garden
forgot
and
about that.
replace him with an evil clone. I
That
figured there was no way.
it really seems like a deliberate effort on that
didn't
part.
know
Like
that.
that's like the weirdest thing is that you're like, that's my dumbest moment. It's like, whoopsies, whoopsies, whoopsies. Like, no, that sounds like something you did on purpose. And you're just like, let's just play that off like a mistake. It's like, that really sounds like you were using the dog as a sacrifice for whatever reason to Cthulhu or something. And you didn't do the job very well. And then wanted to replace it and it's just a stunning sequence of stupidity. So yeah. Oh, nope, I guess we're done with you. I'm bored with you now. Oh, we still got him. Oh, I guess it's just him. What else? We wanted to make him... Yeah, we had a plan, biggest regret is the last one we need to do. I thought that I was saving 2 things and I forgot already. I know. I guess we'll do dumbest thing, and then we'll do
What is
biggest
the
regret,
dumbest thing you
and that's
ever
when
did?
we'll end this because we want to see if we know it's not going to work out.
Dumbest thing.
He's not going to end up with
Choose just one.
the person in the ad, assuming the ads happen in the same sequence.
I was camping outside a store
Oh,
waiting to buy.
this is so legit. Like, I feel like this actually happened to somebody in the writer's room. Like,
I got one.
this might actually be this guy's, like,
Set up
this real guy.
tent,
Nah.
Sleep outside the store.
Let me look at
I
him.
was there for 28 hours in my tent the night before the store
No,
opened.
I don't
when they were
think,
gonna
nah, this didn't
sell
happen.
the
I don't think this
console.
happened to
It
him.
was go time.
He might actually
I
be
went to sleep in my tent.
part of the
had my
IRS.
phone with
I
me.
don't think he's
I didn't
that
have any way
dedicated to
charge
gaming.
my phone.
Maybe I'm wrong.
And
I don't know. I don't know this
My
man.
alarm didn't
I think
go
he's
off
an
in the
actor
morning
and
because my phone ran out
Working
of
to get
juice.
that work.
I woke
And he
up
plays whatever parts he can play.
3 hours
because
after the store
it's-
opened, and I
if you're
did
not
get
super
the
gorgeous,
console.
you're gonna have
I
to
slept
kind
in a
of get
tent on the
typecast as
sidewalk.
whatever, and getting a speaking role is
Got
better
back
than an
problems
extra
from
role.
it. For what ended up being no reason whatsoever.
You didn't even get your console. That sucks, bro. But you also didn't say what console it was. See, that's nerd points right there. What console was it? Were you going for the, Commodore 64? Did you want that one, the Virtual Boy? you're better off, because then you would have had back problems and eye problems. But your biggest regret, sir. Go.
What is your biggest regret?
This says it so somberly there.
Biggest regret. Years ago, I
wonder how many people named TJ use pi
back in the
as,
day and
like,
age where they actually had video
a
stores.
symbol for their name, like
You have everything.
the homeboy formerly known as TJ.
I worked with this girl named Rebecca.
Why am I like this?
We got along so well.
Because no one's listening and I can get away with it.
Jokey.
There's gonna be some TJ in the future that's like,
But the thing
that's
I was
brilliant.
oblivious
No
to
one
at
will
the
know.
time was that
I love math. Pi's fucking
she was
awesome, I don't
flirting
care.
with me. Like,
The cake is a lie. Pi is
she was into me.
friggin' a crazy
And
concept.
The
And this
crazy
guy,
thing is, I had a crush on her, but I was in the dark to
And
her feelings about me. But now,
again, not
years later,
necessarily,
I'm like, oh yeah.
spoiler alert for
Totally
Cyberpunk Edge Runners. Becca is best girl.
She,
That's
like-
not a spoiler. It's like you
How
can
did
pretty.
I miss
That's up to you. You can choose that or not. But
We
IMO,
nothing happened.
friggin' Becca best girl, 100% every day, all
That
day,
is a major
8 days a
regret.
week.
I
I
might
wanna hold your
that one.
hand. She's best girl. Alright. Oh, there we go. We got the thing. Cool. Are we? We got everybody, right? Oh, we didn't do this guy! No! I was supposed to save that other guy till the end, and I forgot about him. I forgot about you. You bastard. Now I gotta listen to you. Shit. Alright, let's end this because I don't think it's not gonna make, you know it's not gonna make a difference, dude. Like, I don't like being called dude, but you know it's not going to make a difference. Is that not center? I don't know. Alright, let's end this and just start again. We're not gonna redo this, it's just, we were supposed to, I thought we got everybody done. Well, that shows you how proficient we are at paying attention to all that stuff.